Quick question. How do you respond when somebody rejects what you've given them? Or has anyone ever said to you, I don't believe what you're saying? And how do you respond to that?
That's a loaded question, Mac.
Yeah.
Because that's very.
But do you have a right to say if you feel that it's incorrect?
Yeah.
Do you have a right to judge the person giving you the word?
Okay.
Or as you said, it's not about judging the person; it's
Yeah,
about
it's not
judging the word.
So let's say you said something to me and I'm feeling, no, Pastor Joseph, I don't agree with that. How do you respond to that if somebody doesn't want to receive what you just spoken over their lives?
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think it was Moses
Yeah.
that he came to God and said to God, you know what, God, they rejected me.
Okay.
And God said to him, well, they didn't reject you. They actually rejected me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so a lot of times people don't really reject the prophetic word.
Okay.
They actually reject God.
So basically what God is saying over their lives.
Yeah, they say, if they can say they rejected, let's say it was an accurate word,
Yeah.
then I should not feel rejected. I should actually say, well, I was obedient to share the word with you. But, you know, if you're in rebellion against God, you don't want to do what he says. I can't force you to do that. So a lesson that I had to learn, one day when I was at the Christian International, one of the prophetic trainers sat me down in his office and he spoke to me because I always wanted affirmation after we prophesied.
Yeah.
So, you know, we would prophesy our heart out for 2 hours and now I want someone to come and say, hey, good job. You know, a little tap on the shoulder to say that you prophesied accurately what God was saying. But then what happens when people don't give me that feedback, then it's hard for me because I think that I do something wrong.
Okay.
You know, how could I improve? You know, and so especially the younger generation, they thrive on feedback. You know, you post something on your social media and you immediately want people to say awesome or they must, you know, there must be some kind of, but if you post something, especially if you worked hard on it and there's like no comments or no likes or anything like that, you feel quite distraught. But in a prophetic, you cannot be hungry for that. You know, you should not actually want feedback. I tell you why. Because then if you're going to only prophesy when you get positive feedback, you're going to later on feel, but I can't prophesy to this person what God is saying. I got to tell them they're going to be a millionaire and they're going to, you know, marry a supermodel and they're going to, you know, be the happiest person ever, you know, because I want good feedback. So, and then suddenly I can fall into a trap where I allow the flesh to come into the way. So I have to accept that God loves me and that he has accepted me. And so whether I prophesy to people, whether they like it or not, whether they accept it or not, I should not fear of that. I should actually say, you know what? I'm going to, as accurately as I can, prophesy and I want to please God. And if he can be happy, then I'm going to be happy, you know. So are you allowed to judge someone and reject their word? Yeah. I mean, you a free moral agent. You got your will. You can make a decision to do that. Would I do it in their face? No. I mean, we always want to encourage people. So even if someone ministers and you feel, well, I don't know if they really hear that, I would still encourage them to continue to serve God. I don't know if that helps you a little bit.
That helps because it's not like you said, it's not rejecting what but it's more like rejecting God. So I like that when you said your part is listening to what God said. What I do with that information is entirely not your responsibility anymore. So I just find it curious because Moses did happen, and here I go, I'm giving answers again. Moses did say, but Lord, I started all of that stuff, but his job was to just let my people go. What Pharaoh does with that is not to say, Pharaoh doesn't like you. He wasn't rejecting Moses. He was rejecting what God was saying to Pharaoh because that didn't sit well with him. That makes sense to me.